For today's cup of coffee, we have a new candle, and I really, really like the jar, but it looks like it should glow in the dark, but it doesn't glow in the dark.
It's just like a tinted
Which
white
is
glass.
Cool.
Milky glass.
It is cool, but it should glow in the dark. Just my thought. Maybe the paint would like burst into the flames, which would be bad. That would be bad.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, let's don't. For today's cup of coffee,
that's not a good idea.
From the Daily Star, and this is by Charles Wade Palmer, October the 13th of 2022. A motorist burst into tears. It must be a week for him. After hitting a man who stepped out in front of his car, only to discover that it must have been a ghost. That would have been then tears of joy. Can you imagine how horrific that would be? It says that friends Tom and Peter had the shock of their lives when driving down a country lane in Devon when a smartly dressed man wearing a black top hat and carrying a bag appeared on the road. Fortunately for the pair, they had no blood on their hands as no body was found after the collision.
Oh my God.
Instead, they had encountered a local spirit.
Oh my God. How fucking cool. That's scary as fuck.
Yeah, really. And Dr. Rob Gandy is a visiting professor at the Liverpool Business School at Liverpool John Moores University, as well as a former NHS manager, and has spent years documenting eyewitness accounts of high strangeness on Britain's highways and byways. And it's always great when somebody's collecting these tales, because if somebody doesn't share them, then they're lost, which is tragic.
Yeah.
It truly is. It says a recent survey by Select Car Leasing found that many Brits had endured their own road-based hauntings, with roughly 1 in 7 respondents answering yes to the question, do you believe you have seen a spirit while driving? That's an awesome survey.
Yeah.
And because I'm sure it's anonymous, people are more likely to respond if they have.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dr. Gandy...
You had an incident.
Yeah, that was a dog.
Yeah.
And
ghost dog.
Yeah, it was. Dr. Gandy, a prolific writer for the magazine Fortean Times, has teamed up with Select Car Leasing to reveal some of the most compelling cases he's ever come across. One of them involves Tom and Peter, who were driving north across Woodbury Common in Devon in 1989. As they approached a pub on their left, the Halfway Inn, that's funny.
Yeah.
They watched in horror as a man stepped into the road right in the path of their car traveling at around 25 miles per hour. And it looks, well, yeah, I guess, if you'd have been doing 40 or more like that, there'd have been nothing left.
Yeah.
It says Dr. Gandy told the Ghost Club's Journal, quote, he was clear in the headlights, and both Tom and Peter could see that he was wearing a black top hat and black frock coat and was carrying a Gladstone bag. And we looked in those Gladstone bags, sort of looked like the old doctor bags. And the man turned his head to look straight at them, although his normal-looking face seemed blank and unaware of the presence of the car. Tom slammed on the brakes, but there was too much momentum and the car simply went through the man. Both Tom and Peter were convinced they had killed someone and got out of the car as soon as it came to a halt. Tom burst into tears. He was that shocked. And Dr. Gandy continued... Tentatively, they looked behind the car, but there was nothing to be found. A week later, Peter decided to pay a visit to the Halfway Inn to talk to the landlord about the episode. His friend Tom, point blank, refused to go with him. He was traumatized.
Yeah.
The landlord confirmed several other people had had similar experiences over the years. He believed that what had been seen was the ghost of a doctor who had attended a birth at the inn and upon leaving had stepped out into the road only to be run over and killed by a horse and carriage, end quote.
How do you get hit by a horse and buggy?
Some of those could go really fast. So how could you not hear an oncoming horse and carriage?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Graham Conway, managing director at Select Car Leasing, said, quote, running out of fuel or having a dead battery in an electric car is scary enough, but these accounts are sure to signpost the route to a nightmare, end quote. Well, those electric car batteries, when they catch on fire, from what I have seen, are absolutely horrific because you can't put the damn things out. But yeah, the thought of, seeing what you thought that you had run over somebody, that's just absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
But no, the legend here of Black Dog Hollow in the area. And
you said
that the
hollow.
dog, I did say hollow. It's one of the few times I have articulated that and not mountain speak that.
You said holla.
It is. Well, whatever.
Hollow.
Leave me alone. It's a holler around here. I'm trying to articulate.
I was expecting you to say holler. I would have accepted that.
We have new subscribers, so I'm trying to ease them into mountain speak. Okay.
I'm the one that sounds like a Yankee, not you.
Oh, there ain't no way that I don't speak Yankee. I really don't. I couldn't. But the legend is that if you were drunk or if you were mean or whatever, that the dog would run out on you.
Yeah.
Or that it used to ride on back when cars had sideboards or running boards, that it would be there. And it's like, my cousin, we were not drunk. We were not mean people. We were simply driving along and a black dog ran out and we felt the car go over the body of this animal. And so we were sort of horrified, got out, looked, nothing. Nothing. We looked at each other and just went home. So not exactly, and maybe my cousin, maybe he had been involved with things that I didn't know about.
Maybe. You don't know.
But I mean, it's like, don't drag me in on somebody else's, badness.
I figured that would have been with the other cousin.
No. So, having had some of these experiences, the thought of hitting a person, that's terrifying enough.
Yeah.
And so over the years, we've read lots of accounts of people who've had these ghost vehicle mishaps. Yeah. To be driving along and all of a sudden, what appears to be a person right there in front of you. That's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so poor little Tom there, I can admit he's just absolutely a nervous wreck. He's probably on Valium at this point. Maybe since it was in 89, maybe he's recovered. He's just a heavy drinker now.
He still needs his neck shots once in a while.
Oh, I'm sure. But I think it's really cool.
You know those tranquil shots that they put in the necks?
Yes. God help. I think it's really cool that this Dr. Gandy and the other people, the car, it must be like some kind of insurance agency is what it sounds like, that they're collecting. Here it is, Select Car Leasing. That's cool that they are not only collecting these stories, but sharing them. So, and I have seen that 40 and Times before. That's been around, that publication has been around for a long time. I'm sure they've probably got a website or something. I need to look into that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really cool.
Oh, yeah. They've always discussed things.
Things.
Well,
All sorts of
paranormal,
things.
supernatural.
Yeah.
For a long time, there were very few people discussing that type of thing.
Yeah.
Art Bell. God bless Art Bell. I loved Art Bell.
He got trolled by someone, though, I think.
Oh, he got trolled by a lot of people.
He got trolled by someone that basically described their work environment as like, it was from Half-Life. The game Half-Life.
Oh, goodness. It's hard to tell. Well, he was in his 70s when he died. So...
The game Half-Life came out in the 90s.
Well, I don't know that he was a radio host. He worked all night and slept all day. How would he know what that was? But there was several of them that ended up being trolls, but they were still cool as hell. Like the alien in the freezer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. But if he knew somebody was trolling him, he would shut them down real fast. He was interesting. I certainly didn't agree with a lot of things that he said, or that he was one of these as far as this climate thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had hopped on that bandwagon. I knew what that thing was back in the 70s.
Who paid attention to the politics of the shit? I just wanted to hear the scary stories.
Well, it's just one of those that he's interesting. I wonder what he would think that's going on today, how he would view things. You know? Yeah. If
you could reincarnate someone for a minute.
No, just...
Not reincarnate, but reanimate someone for a minute.
Just for a minute to sit there and go,
What do you think of this?
You used to be on this, have this view. Would you like to recant that at this point?
Would you like to talk about it again?
Yeah. Of course, that's true of all of us. I mean, because all of us have fallen for, scams.
Yeah.
From time to time. Yeah. So, coffee slurping coming. He wants me to make
There's no coffee slurp. That's not a slurp.
It is.
That's not a slurp. This is a fucking slurp.
He started to grab my coffee and he thought better of it because it's dark roast, just black coffee.
Yeah, and I hate it. So I grabbed my cup instead.
I don't know how in the world that he could end up not being an avid coffee drinker.
That's a coffee slurp. That's a slurp.
That's a soda slurp.
It's a slurp nonetheless. That was a pathetic one.
No, that's actually how I drink coffee.
That was a blip on the radar.
That's just me drinking coffee, enjoying coffee. As we discuss weirdness, that's our shtick.
There ain't no slurp. That ain't a slurp.
Well, there's other people that do the slurping thing, and it's like, no.
You say coffee slurp and then silence.
Exactly. That means that I'm taking a drink of coffee. I was hoping at some point
slurp.
That you
no slurp.
You're supposed to fill in the gaps while I'm taking a drink of coffee. That's called dead air.
Yes.
That's bad form.
That's why you have the slurp. That's why you say this coffee slurp and then you follow it with a slurp.
Oh, anyhow, if you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids.
Yes.
And huge welcome to new subscribers. If I ever forget to welcome you, know that you are welcomed.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, welcome aboard. Some of the ones that on YouTube that have been on our pirate ship for years. I'll probably hand you a mop and tell you to go and work in the galley. Peeling potatoes. If it gets really, really bad, then you have to go down and swab the hull where the rats are.
I don't know about you, but I'm hanging from the damn fish nets.
You're hanging off the side?
Yeah. Just for shits and giggles, just for fun. I'm hanging on the fucking, sails.
Anyhow, we do have a lot of times fun.
Yeah.
Usually. Link will be in the description box. The cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com. Email address will be in the description box. Know that you're loved. Yes. Know that you're appreciated. Anybody that takes the time to ponder the weirdness and drink the coffees or the teas or the sodas or whatever you have. We appreciate you.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good...
We'll see you on the next cup.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.